Hi, this is Ayla Pants, aka Ashmalala. I wanted to share my new home and the Christmas theme I got going on. I thought it was pretty neat, and I wanted to capture it before I decide to change it because I got bored. This is my second attempt at a home that is not strictly cyberpunk themed, or I guess fantasy themed. I tried that one time. Just more of a normal attempt, or just fewer rules I've placed upon myself. I thought about submitting this to, Naria, because she does her home invasions, and she was talking about doing like Christmas themed home invasion. But the way I designed this area, the parcel itself is super tiny, so it's designed to only really be viewed from inside the house, or maybe even the yard at the best. So there's not really a lot of room to walk around in, and things like the snow really restrict what you can look at. So just having strangers go in without understanding the rules I've placed upon it still wouldn't be helpful, because you try to explore like the objects out in the snowy area and then get really frustrated because the snow's in your way of trying to click on stuff. There's also an issue, I guess, of I'm not 100% sure on how the new environmental controls work. Like, I've been able to figure out the day cycle somewhat now, but making sure that people who visit could also see the day cycle as I wanted them to see it is kind of, I don't trust it. So now I can just have full control over what you're seeing if you choose to watch this video. I did want to randomly preface this that there are some decorations still up from the Halloween time. So if you happen to spot 3 ghosts, you win. Yeah, so I guess let me know if you're watching and if you catch the 3 ghosts in this video, where you saw them. So going back to how I restricted the view of this parcel because it's so small, and the idea that you're seeing it from within the home. I still wanted some kind of view when I looked out of it. I didn't want to look out and just see nothingness. I had to restrict my view a lot to the tiniest amount possible, just because I have so many neighbors kind of floating around me, and it just looks really ugly. But I didn't want to see nothing. So despite my best efforts, I still made somewhat of a cityscape right beyond my little yard. And the idea is that it's like we're seeing a view of a cramped, smaller city on the outskirts of a metroplex that's expanding and swelling up, which is why you see like a building in the difference. I would have more taller buildings in the distance. I just don't have that right now. So maybe in a later video I'll have it or not. But yeah, even in this new little parcel, this home where I decided not to have a theme at all, I decided to add some backstory and world building despite my best efforts. I just can't help it, I guess. So going back to the day cycle, I think I got pretty much what I wanted. I did learn a lot of things, like they have different levels that you could set different day cycles for, which is neat if you have like a full-blown RP sim where you have like different environments at different levels. The nodes, I quickly learned the maximum number of nodes you could have for a day cycle. I would have enjoyed a lot more if they would have let me. And I do wish, maybe there is a function here and I'm just not seeing it. And if you happen to know, totally let me know. But there's no way to copy and paste a node. Like, I had repeating day cycle that I wanted multiple times a day, but it couldn't copy a node and just move it somewhere else. I had to like do some shenanery to get the same night time over and over again. It was very frustrating. Very a lot of detail work had to go into doing that. But I did like the way you could cycle through quickly. You just press play and it cycles through the sky for you, just so you can get a quick feel for how it goes through the entire day. So I wanted to start with inside on the first floor, the first being a little living room. The idea is that this is kind of like a found space again. This is open area where I'm making these little closed off rooms artificially with the furniture and stuff, and they're little warm pockets of light in the shadow, hence why my outdoor lighting is so dark most of the time. I wanted to feel very cozy in my environment. You'll see it's really just walled off by bookcases on either side that I've collected over the years in Second Life. The screens will probably be familiar. I'm sure a lot of people got them. I must mention Black Friday, Death Row Designs, and Applefall both got quite a bit of money from me, just with the sales that they had going on, the items, and you might recognize some of them if you also got caught up in that, or if you notice anything in here that you like. I did not make anything, so just ask me and I'll tell you where I got it from. It might not be the same deal anymore, but I mean, it should be available somewhere, at least maybe in the marketplace. Side of the study, I guess, or the office that I'm calling it, whatever. It's all open space. It's just whatever I want to call it. But again, a little pocket of light, warmth in the home. I particularly like the view from the outside. And it's about here when I was editing the video that I realized the music plus the angles and how I'm sitting her everywhere. It just gives the impression there's just this extremely lonely person just kind of sitting around her house, which was not intentional. I don't mind it. It's kind of funny. If this were a movie, I think it would be great to have this is like your character's scene, to show the audience how again, sad and lonely and moody that she's being, maybe contemplating, or how she's living her life when there's no one around. I just think it was funny. Not intentional. Those pancakes, though, man, these Second Life creators are getting really good with their texturing with the food. It's not fair. The kitchen is completely cobbled together from all kinds of disparate objects and furniture I had lying around. Like the floor tile, it did not come with the house. The wall, cyberpunk plant wall thing you've seen in other videos if you've seen my videos. And I just like the idea of cobbling together this existence. Just any random kitchen stuff I found that looked a little rustic or a little beaten up, I've tried adding. After I got this home, which inspired the whole theme for the parcel, I realized you could see under the stairs, but didn't have access to it. So I wasn't quite sure what the creator had in mind for what the space was supposed to be. So the cobwebs are left over from the Halloween. And I'm keeping there. I don't know what to do with it. I think it looks fine with the light in there. Here, the lighting looks a little weird right now. I think it might be the time of day, plus me being a little too close to the ground and the slight shininess I put on the ground, the floor there. But that aside, this is my favorite sitting spot for right now. The idea is when it's not snowing, it'll be raining, and just something that is my calming thing is to sit and watch the rain. So she would be sitting there, watching her environment from this cozy pile of cushions and blankets or whatever. So we move it to the outside. This little garden is left over from the fall when I'm having, you can't see my air quotes, so I just did air quotes for the fall because seasons mean nothing in Second Life. But a little garden kind of left over from when I had my fantasy roleplay little sim. Just the idea of if you live in an urban area but you have this yard, you would carve out some space to grow your own little hipster garden, the little piggy. It's too cute. A lot of land impact for something you barely see, but worth it. And by worth it, I mean worth it when you have a lot of land impact to spare, which is the whole reason why I bought this particular parcel, because it's a tiny little parcel and it had twice the land impact allowance, which I've mentioned in previous videos. I feel like I'm bragging, but seriously, land impact is everything when you are considering a place to rent or buy in Second Life. So the first spot in the second floor is the bedroom. The bed itself was a combination of 2 beds and pillows, and then the second cushion at the foot of the bed, has its own sitting animation. So I have double the amount of sitting animations I could possibly have. Cute little bunny, which I've had on previous parcels. Just sitting here and looking through the window and seeing the cityscape with the different lighting. It's very calming. I really enjoy this view. I like to look at it when I'm doing my writing or something, or just dicking around on the internet and go back and look. It'd be really cool if this is a space I could have in real life. So we have a second fireplace area. Neither of these fireplaces came with the house. I added them, which is why it doesn't explain anything. There's no reason why there would be 2 fireplaces other than I wanted them. Also, you may have noticed that the fire is also the fire that I stole from the kitchen furnace thingy. I've been really obsessed recently with darker themes, and maybe by recently I should mean my entire life, but a skull, I think I got it from Applefall, believe it or not, and it just has this really gothic feel with the taller fireplace and everything. So closet, every place should have a closet and a bathroom if you want to be a little more realistic with your rooms. And of course I had again cobbled it out of several closet packs, groupings of objects that I've been able to acquire. I think it goes fairly well, creating a little space. And then the hanging blankets I've used since the very beginning. I used that for the coffee shop in my very first Cyberpunk sim. Okay, so the witch's corner. Another holdover from Halloween, and then I just got really into it and went more than just your typical spookiness, but again, spent too much money at Death Row Designs, I believe, for most of this stuff. Yeah, the aesthetic is pretty cool. As well as the projected stars I got twirling around on the wall. Advanced lighting really helps with this whole thing. I don't think I'd really be as into Second Life if I couldn't play around with the lighting like I've been able to with these parcels. Yeah, just really into it. Just I might have to read up on some of this stuff because this is really neat. And so the witch's table also, that I also used in my fantasy build, which you can sit on. You have her do different tasks at the table, which is really nice. And now we have the bathroom on the 3rd floor. Separate room altogether from the home, not a part of it. That wall with the mossy rock is a part of the room. And I wanted to add the waterfall coming down over it. I thought it was a really nice touch with the little rocks I added at the bottom, so it wasn't weird that water was coming down the wall into nothing. The water fountain, I don't know if I ever used that before, but the little flowers inside the water fountain with little sparkle things, I go back to over and over again. Bathroom stuff, Death Row Designs, and then the laundry stuff, I felt like I had to include that as well. And the view, really, I was really happy that the view still worked from up here. I mean, it is a little weird. I'm at the height of the clouds, the weirdness that is the clouds, but I'm happy with it. So that's it. That's my tour. If you made it this far, oh my God, you're like the one person who watches through my entire video. So thank you. Who are you? You're my best friend now. If you saw the 3 ghosts, that'd be cool. Let me know. And yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, I hope you have a good rest of the year. I don't even know what to say. I hope it gets better than what it's been.